Welcome back to another episode of the Shoecast Show. If this is your first time listening, thank you for tuning in. This is a podcast where we interview people and talk everything related to shoes. My name is Chase, and today I'm here with my co-host Landon. Oh man! And today we are talking to Biscuit. He is the owner and cook group owner of Ateam Chefs. Biscuit, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. How are you guys doing?
I'm
Doing
doing
good,
well,
man.
man.
Doing
Doing
great.
well.
And before we get into the interview, we do want to just say congratulations on your cook group hitting its 1 year anniversary. That's got to be pretty cool now that you've gone 365 days under the sun. That's a big
Yes, thank
accomplishment,
you.
man. Very, very cool. Congratulations. But just simply out of curiosity, before we get started, why did you decide to name yourself Biscuit? You know, where did that kind of come from? Because short to the point. I'm not sure if it relates to
Honestly,
shoes or not, but where did that name kind of come from?
it was just kind of like a random word that me and my friends used to just say. Like we just, I don't even know where it came from. We just one day, one of my friends just like replaced it with some, like you would just replace other words with the word biscuit. So it just kind of just stuck.
Wait,
It's
what?
kind of random.
So
Yeah, you have no clue. You just say it.
wait, hold on. So okay, so give us a few words that were just replaced. Like, are we talking like you
I
just like
mean, so this is like probably one of the most like cleanest kids I ever met, and he'd be like, yo, he would never curse. He would just be like, yo, what the biscuit? I was like, oh, okay, interesting, but kind of just it stuck. So
Dude,
I've
that's
been using
dope.
it for a while.
I
that's
like that.
funny.
I like that. I mean, I figured it. I figured it didn't relate to shoes, but maybe it could. Like that. Like maybe before my time, like the
I don't
the
know,
Air
man.
Max One biscuit. But
I don't know.
I don't
Unreleased
know.
pair.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all right, Biscuit. Now that we got the name, why did you get into sneakers in the first place?
All right, so I have a friend in my class who he used to live in Italy, Milan, Italy, so like huge sneaker culture, streetwear culture over there. So he came over to the US in like 6th grade, and I think by in 8th grade he started like like going for sneakers drops in class. And I was like, well, yo, I mean, doesn't seem like it costs that much money to like he explained the whole reselling thing. It's like can't cost that much money, so go start going for the sneakers app. That didn't work, so eventually bought my first bot and just started. That's how it started.
That's cool,
The rest
man.
is
No,
history.
it's everyone. Yeah, everyone's got a sour taste with the sneakers app. I haven't really met one person that are like, dude, I hit every other release or something like that. It's like, no, I hit last year or I hit the year
Yeah.
before. I'm
It's
still
rough,
waiting on my
man.
second hit or something like that. He got his first hit the other day.
I did. I got the Jubilees.
He got the
Let's
Jubilees,
go.
but I'm pretty sure those sat for an hour. So, I mean, but the thing is, like, he texted it to me. I didn't even acknowledge it because I was just like, if you got those shoes on sneakers, then they're bricking. There's almost no way
Yeah,
because,
must have sat,
dude,
must have sat.
dude, I'm telling you. But anyways, moving on. What kind of inspired you to create your own cook group? Kind of where did that come from?
All right, so A-Team Chefs, before we were A-Team Chefs,
Uh,
I actually was even like, it was a group of people that had been around for, we were known as A-Team Slots, and they had been A-Team Slots for like a few years. Like by the time I joined it, they had been going on a year or two, and I had joined in like October 2019, late October. The first drop I ran with them as a slot group was those Bodega New Balances, the No Bad Days that
oh
dropped
yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
Mm-hmm.
right.
And like the more and more drops I ran with the group of guys that it was back then, I noticed like we could be doing more than just running slots for these people. So I was one day, it was Christmas break 2019. So yeah, like a year ago, I say, you know what? Why don't we start a cook group? We have all this time over break, and like our setups are like better than anyone out there. Like we had just been destroying every drop. I was like, we have all this time over break, and let's start one. So me, Sneaker King, Dada, and a few other people, we all just got to work that break, and we launched it by like first few days of January.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
dope, man. Jeffrey told us to from YouTube told us to ask you how many 11s you got that one time. Tell us how many 11s you got.
Oh, like 2 days ago,
Yeah.
I hit, so Jubilees, I think I hit like 700, 800, something like that.
Oh my
700,
gosh,
800.
man.
Most of them are
Yeah.
slots though, right?
Yeah, no, that was all slots.
Oh,
Like
okay,
I don't
okay.
I have
I was
tax,
say,
so just didn't even want to bother.
gotcha. I was gonna say, man, I was like, yo, we gotta start a cook group, man. If he's able to afford 800 pairs of Jubilees, holy moly! But that's crazy, bro. I only hit one. You hit over here 800, and you're like, nah,
Those things did keep on restocking though, man. Those things
Oh
were
yeah.
everywhere, bro. They popped up on
Oh
Foot
yeah.
Locker, I think like 8 times yesterday. They're just like, oh, we thought we sold out. No, we got more.
Yeah. I mean, I was running restocks yesterday, just like every card had checked out like the day before, so the slots just couldn't even hit anymore.
That's
Wow,
crazy.
that's insane.
That's
So,
Yeah.
crazy.
so how many members are actually in Ateam Chefs?
So, we actually, the way we do our group is we keep it small
Mm-hmm.
on purpose, sort of, and we kind of, we've done a few restocks to for people that like want it, and those have sold out within like a minute. But since we're trying to like give back to the people in our community that have like been here and have like friends that want to join, we've kind of
Mm-hmm.
done almost like what Whatbot does and given out invites and saying this invite will you can get an invite to a friend, and we like kind of reward the people that have been with us for a while that have friends that they know or that they just family members, whatever they want,
Right.
they can give it to them, and we'll take care of them and get them started in our group. So we're actually member count wise, we're around 250 now. I
Mm-hmm.
just looked. So our goal has been always to keep it small because we're always in voice for every drop, and for having it used to be like 20 people in voice, and now we're getting like 50 consistently, and it's grown, but not grown past what we wanted it to be at. So it's nice. We like keeping it small, and it seems like our members like that we do as well, because it gives them a lot more attention rather than in a cook group with few thousand members.
Right.
They can't even talk and get noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely smart
Yeah.
to keep it on
Quality.
that end
Quality over
because
quantity. I see.
no, definitely.
Uh-huh.
But so before we get too much deeper in this, just for the people who don't know, what would you kind of explain a cook group as? Like, what does it do?
So a cook group, in my opinion, should be a place where you can, like I said, what we do, you should be able to go there and you should be able to um ask your questions and get like in-depth details. You should be able to hop in voice with someone if you need it and go over some things with them for a little while. Well, at the same time, getting the info that you need from for releases, for certain releases, as well as the setups to check, be able to get as many pairs as you can on those drops. And that's what we've done. We've always been focused mainly on bot setups, and that has been as what has gotten us pretty far as well. I mean, we as a group were checking out like pretty much the same amount as those groups with thousands of members, just because of what we've done for everyone in our group.
That's awesome.
That's dope.
Yeah. No
Very
one. No
cool.
one. What is it? What is it? All the.
Yeah, he's trying for something, man.
What is
But
it
I'll tell
called?
you this about him: sometimes he comes up empty.
I don't know. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah,
Next,
we'll move on.
the next question is so what kind of features does A Team Chefs provide? You guys have monitors, early links, some of these, stock numbers, early pairs, backdoors. It seems like all these groups have almost access to everything. What does A Team Chefs provide?
Yeah, so I mean, to start it off, like I said, those bot setups, I would personally say that that's a feature, and
Mm-hmm.
the quality of our setups are better than anyone's out there.
Mm-hmm.
And like that is something that we've always gotten positive feedback for. Like, your setups have changed everything for me, or so and so, and that's like what since that's what we've been aiming for since the start, that's really good to see. Monitors wise, we've got the basic stuff: Shopify, sneakers, Supreme. Um, Group buys, we have done a group buy with Torpedo,
Mhm.
probably arguably one of the best foot spots out there right now. And then of course Biscuit AIO, giving
Oh,
back to everyone in A Team, and that's probably gonna be the only group I plan to partner with at all right now.
Very
that's
cool, man.
awesome.
That's awesome. So, kind of being part of a cook group normally comes with like a fee. Is there a fee required to be in A-Team Chefs? And like, if so, kind of what does that look like?
Yeah, so we're just $35 a month, and I think farther back we still have a lot of members that got in on a little bit cheaper.
Mhm.
We didn't start at 35, but yeah, we're 35 right now. Don't I don't think we plan on going higher than that.
Yeah, and for those
That's pretty
those people that
reasonable.
don't know, that's a good price. I
Yeah.
mean,
I,
normally you'll find them. I mean, you can find them even higher than that. So 35s. I mean, for everything that
yeah.
you guys provide, man, that's hitting on a couple pairs of shoes, and you've already paid your monthly fee. So it's like
Yeah.
people got to understand and look at it that way. That's a really good deal
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
I mean, depending on what I mean, the quality. It sounds like the quality is definitely outweighing the value. I mean, I've heard groups out there that are 250 a month. You know,
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
35 honestly is, like Landon said, it's just a few flips and then you're pretty much covered for the month.
Yeah, and then another quick question that we got was, how do you go about finding your group buyers, like or bulk buyers? Like, how do you find those?
So as far as that, for my, I guess instead of my bulk slot, I ran slots for the 11s. I actually made a post on Twitter, and I've just gotten approached by people, and also my friend Peyton Sale 7 on Discord. He actually found some bulk, I guess people that we run bulk slots for, and he let me get in on that, and I kind of helped him and those guys get a lot of pairs on some of the footside drops recently. Peyton and I like combined for like 2,000 fire reds
Dude,
like 3 weeks ago.
I was about to tell you. He put in the chat that he's like, ask him about the fire red cookout. So I was gonna ask you later on, but now you brought
Yeah.
it in perfectly. I was about to bring it up. That's crazy.
Yeah, I hit about like 1.1, 1.2K
Oh
myself.
man.
A lot of fun.
Wow, what a crazy day that would have
Dude,
been, man.
what? That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. Good for you.
So moving on, so focus on the A-Team Chefs. What makes it different compared to the groups out there already?
Um, like I said earlier, I think the fact that we keep it small and we have those like family vibes that everyone kind of knows everyone, and our support is just a lot more like in depth rather than just a quick answer to get it over with, because you're packed with tickets in a group with thousands of people. I think the fact that we keep it this small is what has made us this successful and lets us give everyone the, like I just said, that all the everything is more in depth, and yeah.
Oh, dude, that's super cool. So, actually, so moving forward, what are some of the headaches? Because, being and like even to go back with what you're saying, like to make it so elite, or I mean, not necessarily elite, but more close knit, is some people who are like cook group owners and they see all these people wanting to get in, and they'll look at them as like, well, that's a free $35 every month right there. Let another person in, let another person in. But
Yeah.
it's kind of cool that you kind of keep it more limited so that you can have, somewhat of a personal communication or something along those lines inside of the sneaker group. That's a cool thing that you guys do for sure. But
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
I wouldn't really say there's many headaches within the group. I mean, there's been some instances of just like, I guess, like chargebacks, because I mean there's just scummy people
Right.
everywhere, and
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna join your group for a month, try and get in on the group buys, and then charge back when they leave. And even if we like win the chargeback, the fact that they try to usually cost us a fee anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So yeah, and then another thing is like all these people are seeing we're getting Torpedo group buy, other group buys. The Biscuit is sold to Ateam Chefs as of now. So other kind of just like people that you can tell don't really want in for the group. They want in for the group buys and the
Right.
stuff that we have and are
Mm,
providing to the people that are already here.
mm.
That's kind of annoying to see, but I mean that's not really within the group. So
Right.
yeah,
No, look, you guys have definitely done a good job, I'm sure, of kind of keeping it clean. Because yeah, like you said, with the chargebacks, there's so many ways to scam nowadays, and there's so many more people that are even willing to do it and stuff like that. So if you can find yourself some people that are willing to be part of a group and not just get into a group to benefit themselves and stuff like that, then you can't really beat that for sure.
yeah.
So now, I mean, you've mentioned Biscuit AIO multiple times, and people in the chat are definitely jonesing to get in. So tell us a little bit about the bot. What's it about? Is it already an elite bot? Like, or just tell us a little bit about Biscuit AI AIO.
Yeah, so it's in a very very early stage, but
Mm-hmm.
it's been something I've been talking about for a while, and we actually are planning to put our first download out like this week for the people that are already in there. We've distributed a few keys to some people to have them help us out with the first like initial bugs. Like we're expecting bugs. I think that's pretty obvious. I don't
Right.
Right.
think
Yeah.
anyone can go into releasing any sort of software and not expect bugs.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
the Biscuit, it was an idea I had at the start of quarantine because I was like, well, no time or more time to do nothing because you couldn't really go anywhere, especially up here
Mm-hmm.
in New York. Um, the rules were very strict at the start, and I was like, well, I need something to do, so I picked up coding, got into all this, and I had just been grinding over the whole summer. Eventually, I got to join this Discord, and in that Discord, I met Kicks for Eat.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the YouTube chat. He's eating Kicks.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I met him, and at the time that I had met him, I had had like our base scripts down for Shopify, but like I hadn't really had like it didn't really like come all together before I met him. Like I didn't have like a billing profiles file that was hooked up into the bot. Yeah, kind of. I was
Mm-hmm.
like at that time I was just running the script and I had it like all hard coded into
Right. Just for
like
you. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and so he came in and he's really been like the other half and he's taken care of like everything behind the scenes and like he added the AYCD billing profile format support the other day, all this other stuff, and he's been like he's been a huge part. So yeah, he's definitely the other half of Biscuit AO. It's not just me, and yeah, it's we're definitely gonna do big things soon, and I'm looking forward to getting it out to everyone who's in there right now, and then whoever is gonna get it in the future.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, shout out to Kicks, man. It sounds like
Yes,
you
sir.
guys you guys got the power duo.
It's awesome, man. That's awesome. Good for you. So not only are you a cook group owner, but you do some reselling as well. So what are some of the bots that have been? Because obviously, I mean, anyone who's in botting knows that bots fluctuate. There's not usually going to be a bot that's consistently going to do well across all platforms, across everything. They're kind of more specified. So what have you been kind of seeing some success with lately with botting and stuff like that?
So yeah, considering that I haven't obviously been working on my own bot for the whole time I've been in reselling. I've been reselling since like early 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, bot wise, I've been liking Wrath a lot lately. Wrath, I used to over the summer, I was like really into cyber. Like I was hitting Shopify, like every drop was cyber. I kind of went on a dry spell there, and then now I'm hitting Shopify with Wrath, and
Mm-hmm.
then kind of moved a lot into Biscuit AI recently, and that is what I'm aiming to have to be my top Shopify bot, of course.
Right.
And that has just, I don't know. I've gone through a lot of bots in my whole time recently. I mean, like there's been
Right.
different bots have been the best on certain sites.
Oh yeah,
Like it's changing like every month. It's
exactly.
been changing since I got
There's new
into it.
bots coming left and right. It's getting
Yeah.
crazy. Definitely getting crazy. So now we're gonna move away from reselling sneakers and just A-Team Chefs in general. What do you do in your free time away from all that? Is there any hobbies? Do you like?
It doesn't seem like you've been playing enough Fortnite because you got plenty of chats trying to tell you to get on with them. So it hasn't been playing Fortnite. So what have you been doing in your free time?
Yeah, yo, I haven't been on Fortnite in a while. Like, I mean, I'm a teenager. What do you expect? Fortnite God, basically.
Right.
But haven't played that really since I got into the bot. But I have played baseball since I was 3,
Oh,
and
okay.
that was always my main sport. I'd like to say I'm pretty good at baseball. Uh, I pitch. That's usually I've always been a pitcher ever since they allowed the kids to start pitching at my age. It was like 8 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, I picked up basketball for the first time as like a 9-year-old, and I've always been tall. I've always been uh like just my coordination from pitching and baseball has made me a good shooter. So
Nice.
I do that for basketball. And then I guess kind of have to go to school, so that happens 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Sit in class
And
working on something else, probably.
yeah, so I
Yep.
mean, going to school, sitting there, working on my bot in class, kicks nose because I'll be messaging him during class and we're working on something. Um,
I like the
a
sports though. We
lot of
played baseball in college, so we know a little bit. A little. I mean, I guess we're a little bit older than you are, still 22, 23. But yeah, we played some baseball.
Oh,
in
we know
college.
that grind.
Some people. It's nice to see you actually kind of have. I don't know if I should say have a life. That sounds bad to everyone else, but like some people are like, oh, like we just don't really do much outside of what we do. Like this
They're
is
just
just all.
focused.
It's just like
Mm.
all, but it's like, man, you can't be all work, no play, especially not as a teenager.
Yeah,
Like,
I
come
mean
on
that's a
now.
big thing. My mom has always been a big part too of balancing all that, and
Yeah.
she keeps me encouraged through a lot of other stuff. Like I'll be sitting there and I that all work thing you just said, I agree because like if I can't figure out something with my bottom, like wow, I need to get off of this right
Mm.
now or I'm gonna go insane.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for
I'll
Oh
sure.
yeah.
go play basketball, baseball, or catch with my dad, basketball in the driveway, and do whatever. Sometimes I even just go to sleep. I'm like, wow, I'm just gonna sleep.
Yeah.
Dude,
You
that
gotta
can be a
Yeah,
fun pastime.
you
That can
gotta
be a
do
fun pastime.
you gotta do something,
yeah,
man. You gotta get away. You gotta step away.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
For sure. Especially if you're spending so much time botting. I know like for him, he does a lot of coding and stuff like that for our website. And he's got these special these special glasses that he's
The
got. So
blue
the
light glasses,
sensitivity to
yeah.
the
Yeah, I have those
Dude,
too.
yeah,
you
no,
got
you
to,
have
man.
to, man.
You
That's
got
so
to. You
funny
just
Yeah.
though.
staring at a screen for 8 hours, man. You just start seeing things. You got to.
I've
Everyone
walked in.
knows about
I
that.
know. I've walked in on him having a conversation with himself. I think it's just you never really know. You kind of lose yourself. I feel like after a while, so it's always good to
Yeah.
take breaks. But
Yeah, I think the longest I've sat in front of a computer there's one time it was probably like a week or two before I had actually met Kix. I stayed up, or no, I think I got up in the morning and I spent the whole day like rewriting my Shopify script. So I think I took like 16 hours and
Yeah. That's the
probably
grind, man.
all like 14 and a half of those I was at the computer writing in and just
oh
spent the
my
whole day.
gosh.
And yeah, I mean now I could probably write that same thing in a few hours
There you
if
go.
I wanted to add everything in, but yeah, at that point that took me a while, but that was I
It's
don't know, I felt pretty accomplished.
Yeah, it's definitely nice once you step away and like you know definitely because I'm a computer science major, so I definitely understand like when you run and you run your code and like you don't get any errors, man. It's no there's no other
So
feeling like it.
satisfying.
Yeah, it is.
That's funny. But we're actually winding down here towards the end. Just got a few more things we want to ask you. But where do you see, ultimately, where do you see Ateam Chefs in the next 5 years? What are you kind of trying to build to right now?
So, in the next 5 years, that's hard to say from a
Right.
cook group, but I would probably see it as pretty much about the same. I mean, at the same time, you also gotta wonder like how long can botting itself last
Right.
with
Right.
how much like
People are
stuff
cracking
has been
down on it.
happening lately.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't see it changing too much personally. I mean, probably we would have a few more members because I mean, eventually, gradually, I mean, we're still letting in members, and our retention is really good, so we wouldn't be losing members.
Mm.
And I guess probably, I mean, I could see a lot like everything would change by then. Like, I mean, people are getting older, moving on, so people done reselling. I'll be in 5 years. I would be like
You'll be
a
old as us.
junior in college, a junior in college in 5 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Who knows what time I'll have by then, what I'll
Right.
be doing.
Yeah.
And
Peyton says that you
yeah,
guys are just going to rebrand it into a cooking school with him as head chef. So, I mean, it looks like you at least got backup options for sure. But
yeah.
no, I mean, and plus, yeah, you can never really tell for sure from from necessarily a cook group perspective. But where do you kind of hope that this will propel you to? Like, do you want to stay working with shoes or being involved in shoes like your whole life? Like maybe own a store or just kind of where do you see it kind of taking root in your profession?
Yeah, so I mean, I like shoes a lot, but I don't know about opening a store, but I mean, I've been really interested in obviously coding and all that lately, so I could definitely see computer science as what I would be doing in college, and then
Right.
after that, probably moving into a job uh in that field, and who knows, hopefully Biscuit AI will still be a thing by then. I can keep up with that on the side, but yeah, that's I don't plan to be doing much different by then, but yeah.
Hey man, maybe Biscuit AIO is just going to be paying your rent and all your actual, and that's your actual job. You can use that to go out to Calabasas
Exactly.
or something.
Yeah, that would be
Hey,
ideal.
There
that'd
you
work,
go.
right? That'd work.
All right, so now we're at the section point where now we're gonna open up questions to the live stream. So everyone that's listening, we're up to 41 viewers now. Feel free, you know, send your questions away. We're definitely gonna pick out which ones and ask Biscuit.
We have one person saying, "What are we gonna do whenever?" We got Jep on here saying, "What are we gonna do whenever we're all wearing jetpacks? We don't even need shoes anymore, so no one's gonna have to cook them and sell them."
That'll be unfortunate.
That'd
We'll
be
be
unfortunate
going after
for-
something else.
Hey,
Right.
then you got bots
We
getting all
got
the jetpacks.
Yeah.
Bought all the jetpacks.
We got Daniel
Yeah.
Daniel on YouTube saying, "Does Biscuit have a GF?"
Yo, private information. Private
He
information.
said, "No. He's
Yeah.
he's a busy man.
He says, "Ask me about my business life, man."
Yeah.
There's a separation there. Come on now. You said you're from New York, so are you still in high school right now? Then
Yeah, I am a sophomore in high school.
sophomore in high school.
Wow,
Yeah.
Dude, what?
baby."
I wouldn't have guessed. Pretty advanced for a sophomore in high school. So
Yeah, no, I
mean,
get that a lot. I mean, we'll be
props.
chilling in voice, and everyone thinks I'm like they're like when I tell them I'm a sophomore, they're like, "Oh, what university do you go to?" I'm
Right.
like, No, I'm in high school."
Yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
funny, bro.
Marie's asking, "What's your biggest inspiration?"
Well, Marie's my mom, so my mom and my dad
Aw.
definitely.
Oh, shout out to moms out there. Thanks, mom, for tuning
Yeah.
in, man. They're the best. We always have
Yo,
our moms.
Yo, we got another one here that's good because we didn't even ask this question. We should have done this, but we got Angel on here from YouTube saying, "What's your grail? Like, what's your favorite all-time goat shoe, man?"
That's a hard one. There's a lot of good ones, but
That wasn't the question.
yeah. Shoot. I really liked ever since I got into it a few years ago. Um like the big thing then was the Off-White, the 10 collection.
Yeah.
Of course.
So like 2018 or 2019, like it was coming to the end with the Air Max 90s. They like my friend, when he had been showing me that and what had got me into it, he was like, he was so obsessed with Off-White, and that's a big thing, like because a lot of that comes out of Italy, where he's from, in Milan.
Okay.
So I had like those University Blue, the UNC Off-White Jordan ones. Those had been something I'd always wanted, and didn't buy them when they were $900 or even lower than that. So ended up getting them for the low price of like
Oh,
$1,800 for my
biting the
birthday.
bullet.
Hey
Oh.
man, that makes two of us, bro. That is the Off-White Jordan UNC is my favorite shoe of all time, and
Yes.
I'm a North Carolina Tar Heel fan. So like it was already like a lot of people when those came out, they were going for more like the Chicago or like the Sail colorway or something like that. Like they just didn't like the
Yeah.
blue ones. I was like, I don't know why you don't like the blue ones.
They're the best ones in my opinion.
It's-
Like they had just they were
They pop.
I can't believe at one point they were like $500, $600 almost after the restocks had happened. But yeah, they got low, and I didn't buy them at the
Dude,
time because
that's what
that
I'm
was like
saying, dude. I
that's a
couldn't
lot
get
for a
myself to
shoe.
spend that much on a shoe, but then eventually, like this past year, it was actually whatever. It's still over a year ago, wasn't it? That I got them,
I
but
think
I
so.
was like, I was looking at the prices. I was telling myself like, man, I gotta get the shoe that I really want because I spend like, I would spend like 50 to $100 here, 100 to $150 here, and then I'm adding it up, and I'm like, if I got
I
rid
could
of
have
these
bought that
7
shoe.
shoes, I could have bought this shoe already. I'm
Yeah.
always like, no, I
Yeah.
can't spend that much. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna sell them all. So I start selling my stuff, selling my used shoes. I had to sell. I think I sold 15 pairs of shoes, and I got these one Off-White Air Jordan used. And I bought them used. I bought them used because I'm like, if I buy them new, I'm not sure I'll ever get myself to wear them. Like
Yeah.
I'll never wear the shoes. So I bought them used for $800.
Yeah, it was
And
hard for me to get
bro,
myself to wear them.
Oh, I can't imagine, man. Dude, you pay a
I
pretty
didn't get to
penny,
see them
1,800.
brand spanking
Oh,
new. I wouldn't have
man.
been able to do it. I
Yeah.
was looking at used pairs only. I wasn't even looking. So it's just like, what's a good like a good price, but also a good condition? Because I didn't want to just get some beaters, but I wanted to get a shoe that had clearly been worn, so I couldn't be like, no, I gotta let it sit. So that's
Yeah,
what I ended up
I've
doing.
I've worn them once, and I got them on August 28th, which was my birthday.
Wow.
I've worn them once, and the only reason for me wearing them was like I was looking at them. I'm like, huh, it's about to start snowing around here. I gotta wear these before. And one day I was gonna wear them, and we ended up having a fire drill in school, and I just had a feeling we were gonna have it, and we had to line up in the field for fire drills. I was like, well, good thing I had that feeling and didn't wear them today. So I
Yeah.
think I
Dude.
wore them like 2 days later to school, and yeah, that was the one day I wore them.
You get looks whenever you wear some Off-Whites.
Oh, for
out
sure.
there.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
imagine.
That's gonna be the thing. But Chipotle Kicks is on here real quick. He wants to know what from YouTube. What was your favorite phase of botting since you started about a year ago and a lot has just kind of gradually changed. What's been your
Huh.
favorite phase of it?
I think honestly, right now I'm having the most fun like hitting clips on foot sites, but looking back at it when a lot of the like super hyped shoes were dropping on Shopify, and like they had good stock on Shopify, when Shopify had like really nice stock for those shoes, and like Undefeated was dropping, they weren't just raffling every Nike pair. Like
Right.
Undefeated only drops Yeezys now, and
Right.
occasionally a Dunk, but
Yeah, they had the
yeah,
Dunks drop the other day, but like even those, man, those are in and out. Those are in and
yeah,
out in a
they
millisecond. They probably got like
dropped
4
like
pairs.
100 pairs, and I actually, when they dropped those purple Dunks yesterday, I had stayed up all night working on the UI for Biscuit AI like all night, and eventually made it to 7 a.m. and I was like, well, Undefeated drops in an hour. I'm just gonna make it to
Just
that.
power
They
through.
didn't drop at 8. I went
Yeah.
back to sleep. I was like,
Yeah, they
all
dropped
right,
at
I'm gonna
noon.
just get up because they'll
Uh-huh.
probably drop at 12, and
Yep.
then I woke up at 12:30.
Oh,
no.
no, man.
Yeah. But
No.
That's the
way back
worst.
when I was starting, Shopify seemed like a lot of fun because I just wasn't experienced, and you needed that experience in Shopify back then. And
Right.
wish I had started earlier, but I mean, what can you expect? I would have been in like 7th grade if I started any earlier.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Chris wants to know on YouTube, what's the next big shoe you're going all out for? What's the next one you put on all your chips and just trying to go many pairs as you can?
That's rough to say because there's a lot of stuff coming up.
There
but
is.
Right?
You got the
I guess
Sakai's.
the shoe I want to go the most all out on is probably those the blue, like those powder blue almost, the Jordan ones
Yeah,
coming out
those are coming.
next year.
Yeah, early
couple months.
January, or no? Is it a couple months? February or something? Yeah, those
Yeah,
are those
I
are
think
beautiful.
February. Yeah, I mean, I need as many of those as I can
Oh,
get.
for sure.
So
All right, yo, one more.
Yeah.
We're
All right.
gonna start to wrap it up. I got one more.
You got one
here.
question. You gonna do it? The
Yeah,
the
L right
angel.
there. Oh yeah. So Angel wants to know, what? I don't know about the biggest L, because like the biggest L is technically whatever the highest profit that you missed out on. But what would you say, like, what was the biggest L that you took that was just kind of hard to swallow that you thought you were gonna maybe do better on? Something like
Oh
that?
yeah, I got a great one for this.
Let's
So,
hear it.
over the summer, this summer, I had, like I said earlier, when I was destroying Shopify with Cyber, so that pack of 3 dunks that had dropped, it was like the Champs Colors dunks, the
Was it the?
Brazil
Oh yeah,
dunks,
yeah.
and then the red St. John dunks.
Okay.
I had hit Kith for Brazil, and I had hit Kith for the Champs dunks, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit Kith again for the St. John's.
Right.
So I went into the drop and I was just solving captures super fast, and I was checking order on Balco and processing on 2 pairs on Cyber. So I would have literally hit 3 of them, and that would have been the whole pack. And those were the best dunk in the collection too. Like the resale was like almost double the
Yeah.
others.
Right.
Yeah.
And the I all 3 declined. Like I had been using a privacy card, and then somehow like it's I've seen it happen to other people too. It just, after a little while, privacy just unlinks your bank. You got to relink it again. So it
no.
said like insufficient funds, but it didn't have a decline. It was like a complicated thing, and then
No.
relinked to the bank and it was working again. But
Dang.
obviously missed out on all of those,
That's
and that was
heartbreak.
just like, yeah, pretty bad day.
Payment declines are the worst. Definitely,
Yeah.
everyone knows payment declines. It's the worst. But it looks like, all right. So we got one more statement, and then we have, obviously we're gonna end it off with your mom and her question, and then guys, yes, everyone that tuned in, it is time. We will release a key for Biscuit AIO. So starting
Yes.
off, Sneaker King is tuned in, and he said, can you please tell him how proud I am of him, please? So, Sneaker King, much love. He's shouting out all the time.
Thank you. I love you. I love you, Sneaker King.
He said he loves you.
And
That's,
Mrs.
that's the man. That's him and I and everyone else on Ateam. We all love him. Love them all.
That's awesome.
That's
Couldn't do it
right.
without him, especially.
And it looks like Mama Biscuit is asking, your father wants to know when are you gonna get him the Bo Jackson cross trainers and the Penny Hardaway Orlando Magics.
Oh my God, you don't want those.
That's so funny.
I'll get them eventually.
Eventually.
Just to do it.
There you
I'll
go.
get them for him.
All right, guys, we're gonna give you about 30 seconds. All right, you guys,
Discord invite.
Everyone-
dropping.
everyone. Oh,
He's
there you go.
tweaking out on
I'm
his
tweaking.
audio.
All right. Yeah, everyone get ready. Pull up your Discords. I'm going to be revealing the code. It's going to be right at the bottom of our screen.
Make him find it.
All right. Yeah, make it
It's in
find
like
it.
size 2.2 font, and it's somewhere. It's
Nah,
in,
it's
in
nice
the
and
same
big.
color. So
You
have to
guys will be
screenshot-
good.
Yeah.
All right.
it'll be
You
easy.
guys ready? Thumbs up in the chat if you guys are ready. I want to see them.
Now we have to wait
The
for
suspense.
the awkward delay
The
of
suspense.
silence.
They gotta find it.
I don't know how many is it, Biscuit? How many is it? Just one invite? Is that what it is?
It is a one-use invite.
It is a
yeah.
one-use invite.
We got some crazy stuff going on today, man. What is going
Finally, someone found the thumbs up. Let's go.
on? There we go. All right, we're starting to get right. The audience
I
is
think it's
seeing it.
rolling
When are you
in.
gonna do it? Give them a count.
There it
Oh, there's
is.
the thumbs
There
up.
it is. All
There they
right.
are.
All right.
We're going to
They
do
are.
it in 30 seconds.
You just said 30 seconds.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure. 30. All right, another 30 seconds.
See how many thumbs we can get in the chat in the
Yeah.
next 30 seconds. Feel free to post thumbs multiple times.
Are people that are
Do it
in
again.
excluded? Angel says.
Yeah. Don't claim it again if you're already in there.
Yeah, that'd be kind of rude. All right, 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Dylan gave us a thumbs up. What's up, Dylan?
All right, 2, 1. Boom, there it is. There it is. Let us know if he
Key-
cops.
the key is
Congratulations.
live.
The key
I'm
is
waiting.
live.
I'm waiting. Nexus, congrats.
Nexus made it. Congrats to Nexus.
Congrats to
Congrats.
Nexus.
All right, Nexus, let me get you your roll. Yeah.
Wow,
That was
that's awesome.
exciting. That was exciting.
All right,
That's
well,
up. Congrats to-
Biscuit, we
yeah,
got
one final question. I
one
guess,
final
right?
question from Landon and I before we wrap this all up is, if you could choose, who should we have on next for the podcast and the live stream?
Who should we have on next?
Yeah, and that can just be anyone that
Yeah.
helped you or that you want to hear from or that you
Yeah,
think
I
has
gotta.
a cool story.
That was a pretty obvious one. I think I gotta go with Sneaker King.
Sneaker King.
Definitely.
Sounds
Invite
like
him
you're up
on.
next, man. Hear
Yeah.
that? Get ready.
That's awesome, man.
That's
That's
awesome.
great. Well, once again, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up with our outro here. So that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of the Shoecast Show. If you like this episode, please feel free to show your support by liking, following, subscribing to whichever platform that you're listening to, and of course, thanks again to Biscuit for coming on, and thank you to the listeners for tuning in. And we will be sure to see you guys next episode. Peace.
Yes.